Against the Jets. Can New York even the score? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Here's Hunt. Room here to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
The thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain there for the Bills. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit. And he made himself available on that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want the Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Franklin Myers able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. Touchdown! Zach Pascal, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that.
And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. Touchdown, Bills! DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a third down and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Allen on first and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw going to be caught by Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit. It allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown. DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills have broken the tie. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Bass on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. Some good games starting in the early window on Sunday, and one of the big ones features the New England Patriots as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas, a glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And our statistician may need a vacation after this one's said and done. What a first half they had throwing the football. Over 300 yards passing already. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 35. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing now is Allen. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Hunt. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard to gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So that'll back him up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Pascal, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bills going to take over again on offense. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Allen now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Uncorks one for Davis. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, 62 yards. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And really start thinking about burning these timeouts. They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On play action, Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Allen. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go right back to Singletary. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge 3rd down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Allen. And he fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
what I'm talking about, baby.
Hey, at least they were running the ball on the final play instead of trying to throw it to rub it in, but they still got in the end zone. I kind of blame that, though, defensively. They were just kind of not even willing to stop them.
Yeah, they had an opportunity, but I think they looked at the scoreboard and said it doesn't matter either way, and that probably affected them on that play, and they ended up giving up one more score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.